Hello, welcome to my channel Crafty Fox DIYs. In this video, I'm going to share with you some creative ways that you can display photos in your home without using picture frames. Let's get started. For this project, I am making a set of coasters. I have these 4x4 pictures that I ordered from Snapfish and a set of coasters that I got on clearance at Walmart. You could also use ceramic tile for this or even pieces of wood, whatever you choose to make your coasters out of. And then I just put a thin layer of Mod Podge onto the coaster and firmly press the picture down onto the Mod Podge. You don't want to have too much Mod Podge on there. It will take it forever to dry. So you just need a thin coat is all that's needed to hold the picture onto the coaster. After I get my pictures Mod Podged onto the coasters, then I am going to take some felt. This is just a roll of felt that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use hot glue to secure the felt to the bottom. This will give it a better surface to be put on a table that won't, cause any damage or any scuff marks, anything like that. Then I just cut the felt to fit, and then I just do this for all 4 of my coasters. Just use hot glue to secure the felt to the bottom, cut it out, and there's that. Now I'm going to take this thick rope that I have, and I am going to put that around the coaster. Just put some hot glue on the edge of the coaster and then press the rope firmly down into the hot glue to make sure that it stays nice and secure, especially around the corners because the rope is round. So I want to hold it down nice and tight. And I do this all the way around the coaster. When I get to where the 2 ends meet, I have cut the ends at an angle so that way they will go together more cleanly and not be overlapped. That's how I like to do it, so that way it just looks more neat. And then once again, I'm going to do these same steps onto the next coaster, just taking the rope and the hot glue and making sure that it's on there nice and secure and pressed firmly against the edge of the coaster all the way around. I order my pictures through Snapfish. I believe I get 85 free a month, and then I just pay shipping and handling. I've also ordered magnets through them. I've been very pleased with all of the products I got from them. This isn't sponsored in any way by Snapfish. I was just letting you know where I order my pictures. So I'd like to know if you get pictures printed, where you get yours printed, and if you come across any good deals. Okay, there's those 2, and now I have the 2 others, and I'm going to finish those off real quick here, putting the felt onto the bottom of those and going around with the rope on these as well. You can use any color of rope if you wanted to. You don't even have to put the rope on. It's whatever you choose, but the rope fit in with my decor. I think using lace or a certain type of ribbon would also look really great on these. Now, after I have all these all done, then I spray on a sealant so that way the pictures won't get damaged by having a glass set on them, from sweat or anything like that. Okay, now for this next project, I'm making a wall hanging, and I'm using this color by Folk Art. It's called Patina, and I am painting this 8-inch wood round with that paint. Once it is dry, then I'm going to use Mod Podge to adhere the pictures to the wood round. I've decided to go with a somewhat of an oval shape with these pictures, and so I'm cutting one and then I'm going to lay the other one over top so that way the 2 pictures will be about the same size and shape. Once I get those cut the way that I like, then I'm going to test them onto the wood round along with this little heart. You'll see what I do with that in a minute. And I've decided that I needed to trim a little more off. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to trim them down just a little bit more. There's certain parts I want to make sure that I leave in the picture. Okay, and now I'm going to use my Mod Podge. I'm going to put it onto the back of the picture so that way I don't have a bunch of excess Mod Podge around where the pictures are. You could cover the whole wood round in Mod Podge if you would choose to do it that way, but I don't really need the paint itself to be protected. It's because it's going to be hanging inside on a wall. And now I just use my fingers to firmly press the picture into the Mod Podge. Now I'm taking this jute rope and I am going to put it around the pictures. It's going to create like a frame around each of the pictures. I just use hot glue to secure the rope to the wood round. I just do this around both of the pictures. I just put some hot glue on and then press the rope into the hot glue. And just like with the coasters, I cut the rope at an angle so that way the two pieces overlap, or the way they go together, it's not like it's really sticking up. They kind of, go together as more like one piece. It just looks cleaner. And I do that for the second picture. Now I'm going to take this chalkboard heart that I got in a pack from Dollar Tree, and it has like a stitch line around it, and where the stitch line is where I'm going to glue the rope down. And then I'm going to use a white paint marker to write Easter 2024 on it and hot glue that to the wood round. Now I'm going to take this jute twine that I got from Temu, and it has green leaves ribbon entwined in there, and I'm going to glue that around the edge of the wood round. Just like I did with the coasters, I just put glue on the edge and then press the twine with the ribbon leaves into the hot glue around the edge. I'm also going to use this to create the hanger on the back of the wood round. I just glue that down. I cut two smaller pieces to help secure the rope to the wood round so that way it'll create a nice hanger. For this project, I am going to make these look like Polaroid pictures. So I have these two rectangle pieces of wood. Whatever size pictures you have, you want to use pieces of wood that would be sufficient enough to create the Polaroid picture look. So then after I get the pieces of wood painted white, then I just put some Mod Podge on the back of the picture. And I'm just doing half of it at a time, so it'll make it easier to get it lined up exactly where I want it. And then once I get one side done, then I just do the other side, just putting some Mod Podge on the back of the picture and making sure that I get all of the edges sealed down really well. And then after I get the first one done, then I'm going to work on the second one, and I'm going to use the first one as a guide so that I have them placed in the same place, the same area. So you can see there where I'm lining it up. I just do it the same way. I put the Mod Podge on one side and then put the Mod Podge on the other side, and then firmly press the picture down into the Mod Podge so that it's adhered really well. The edges are all sealed down real nice. Now once that's done, I want to hang the two one from the other. So it will be hanging on the wall and one will be hanging down from the other one. So the first thing I'm going to do is create the hanger for the top. And once again, I am using that twine with the leaf ribbon entwined in it. And I'm just creating a hanger by putting some hot glue on the back and then pressing the twine into it. And now I'm going to cut two equal sized pieces. This is going to be used to hang the second one down from it. So I'm just putting some hot glue onto the back, and then I'm going to glue these pieces onto the back there. And then I'm going to turn it over, have it the right way, and I'm going to use a ruler to make sure that I have them hanging at the same distance on both sides. Once I get those right, then I just put some hot glue onto the back of the second one and then press the rope down into the hot glue. And there we go for that. Now I want to write their names onto the Polaroid picture, and I will be doing that with a permanent marker. But first I'm going to glue on one of those chalkboard hearts. I'm not going to do anything to it except for glue it on and then using my white paint marker, I'm going to write Easter 2024 on this as well. These are pictures from this past Easter of my grandchildren. So now I'm just going to write the name on the bottom of there and then write the twins' names on the bottom of theirs. I also, on the last project, I didn't show it, but I did write my grandchildren's names on it as well. You will see that in the final reveal. Now I'm going to take just a piece of jute twine and make a little bow and glue that to cover up the hole there that was on that little chalkboard heart. Okay, now for this one, I'm using these little houses that I got from Dollar Tree. I'm not painting them or anything. I like the way they look with just kind of the white, and it's kind of distressed, and I like that. So what I did, I just laid this picture down on top and then pressed it so that way it created a cut line so I know where I needed to cut my picture. And then I done the same thing for the peak, and I just pressed it down, and then this fits right down in there perfectly. Probably wouldn't even needed any Mod Podge, but I decided to make sure that it was nice and secure in there. And so I went ahead and put Mod Podge into the house anyway. So I just put a thin coat, and then I pressed my picture down into the Mod Podge. Then I'm going to take the jute twine with the leaf ribbon, the ribbon leaves, and I'm going to glue that onto the peak of the house. Just going to start at the back, bring it around to the front, securing it with the hot glue, and then take it up the peak, come down the peak, and then wrap it around the back side of the house. I'm also going to glue just a little rose on the top to cover up the part where I don't have a pictures. There's no picture there. And I'm just gluing that on. That covers that little part up. And now here is a second one that I did. I didn't put a flower on, and it's also just cut straight across, and it's not any into the peak at all. Okay, let's take one final look at all of these projects.
Goodbye morning, the sun shines. Happy day, cheerful laughter welcomes. The blue sky has a radiant smile. Come on kids, welcome the day. Happy day, cheerful laughter lights up. Happy heart shining on our earth. Together we sing. Happy day, full of joy. Go for a run in beautiful park. Play with friends, oh how fun. Flowers bloom, birds sing. Happy days will never.
Okay, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Happy heart shining on our earth.